Hello guys. After completing our sketching module for SolidWorks, we are here with our new module for learning the feature of Extrude base and boss. For that, we need to be very much confident on mastering the sketching module because sketching module itself has too many tools to take care of. So we'll start with our feature module, learning the feature module. Okay, so I'll start with creating a part here. First of all, I'll go for a sketch. The extrude feature, it is one of the first command which one should be learning while designing with SolidWorks, because this is one of the most useful tool you will come across while using any CAD software for your designing project. So we'll start with creating this particular feature module. You have already seen the sketch, or I should say the reference 3D geometry which was available. So keeping that as a reference, we'll start sketching for our feature module. So let us start by selecting top plane first. I'll select the sketch button. Go for a center rectangle. Pick the origin. Make this rectangle. Dimension this rectangle as length to be 150 mm. The width to be as 80 mm. Okay, now we have base sketch for our first extrusion. So we'll exit the sketch module to enter our feature module. As soon as we exit the sketch module, we can now go to this feature module. Select this extrude base or boss feature. This extrude or base or boss feature is responsible for giving this 2D sketch a 3D feature by providing a particular base or depth to this sketch. Now the depth which we are going to provide here is about 15 mm. Now this has been taken from the sketch plane. The extrusion has been taken from the sketch plane. Next, the direction is blind. I have selected this particular direction. This is a blind direction. The direction can also be taken with reference to the vertex, reference to the surface, offset of the surface up to body and midplane. All these directional reference properties will come in to play as we are modeling a more, complicated feature. So for now, for this simple feature, we'll use this particular blind direction. The direction is okay for us, or when it is not, we can always reverse this direction. But now for our case, the direction is okay for us. We'll select this particular depth of 15 mm and next go ahead. Now that this particular boss or base extrude feature is created on our base sketch, sorry, we'll start creating the feature for this particular wedge which was there on this edge. So for that, I'll select this particular face, get a normal view of it, start sketching on this particular face. I'll select this line, make a triangle here. Obviously, I'll next be dimensioning it. For us, this is 40 mm and this is 60 mm. Okay, now that we have our triangle here, we can now exit the sketch. Give this particular triangle this extrude feature. Now that there is something interesting coming up, we'll be selecting from an offset distance of this sketch. Now the direction of that offset distance will be 10 mm. The direction what we need is in this particular direction. Now to create This particular offset from right face will select the direction here. This offset is 10 mm from this particular sketch plane. I want this to be 60 units. The depth of this particular extrusion should be 60 units. So now I have my particular wedge here. See, first of all, we have created a base feature. On that, we are creating more and more features. So that is how it particularly goes. So now that we have come up to this particular step, we'll now be creating two particular rectangles on this particular top surface and give dimensions. We'll start with having a normal view to this face. Enter the sketching module. Create two rectangles. Sorry. Dimension this. Sorry. I need to dimension this edge. This will be also 25 mm. This should be 25 by 2. Same for this. I need the centers to be aligned to the x-axis. For that, I'm using this particular dimension. Fine. Also, this can be fixed. I'm fixing this at 20. Fixing this at 50. Now you can see my sketches here fully defined. Now I go once more to this feature tab. For that, I need to exit the sketch module. As soon as I exit the sketch module, I can now enter this feature tab where I have to give this particular feature a draft which is of 10 degrees. Now, as I've selected the sketch plane, direction is blind. As we are okay with the direction it is taking, we'll take this particular height to be 30 mm. And now that we want to draft, the draft angle is 10 degrees, what it is default selected here. The selected contours are these and these. Okay, I'll delete this. Fine. Now that we are okay with giving this particular extrude a draft option. By giving this draft option, you can taper any feature and giving this taper angle here. So I'm okay with it. I'll go ahead with this. Now that I need to create a thin feature on this particular face, I'll select this face, have a normal view to it, go to the sketch module, start sketching, create a rectangle. The center should align with y-axis. I'll dimension this rectangle. This as 30. This as 25. Also this edge to origin should be 25 by 2 to make it centrally aligned. Sorry. Okay, fine. Now my sketch is done. I'll exit the sketch module. I have my sketch here. I'll go to the feature, add feature to this particular sketch. Now that I want a thin feature here, I'll go to this direction 1 and direction 2, and there is also this thin feature option here. I'll select this thin feature. You can use this option to change the thickness of the extrusion edge, this particular option. So I'll select with a thickness of 1 mm. And there you go. The depth is 30 and I am okay with particular thin feature of it. Now that this thin feature is also created, we'll move on to creating a cylindrical part here, which is sketched on this particular front plane. We'll be sketching on this particular front plane, sketching a circle here. Okay, dimensioning this circle as a diameter of 10. Now we'll be exiting the sketch module, going to the feature tab, and this time I'm not going to use any dimensions here. This time I'm just okay. I need to select the sketch, obviously. This will be selected as surface or face or plane. Selecting the face to be this. This will be from this surface up to this surface. Now that we have our part created here, we'll just exit this particular feature and see. You have this part here. Now that we have learned the basics of using the extrude command in SolidWorks, I would like you to go ahead and use your imagination and create wonders using this particular command while we are at it. Okay, in the coming up videos, we'll be covering the rest. Not all of them, but yeah, few more of these feature tools to further define and further improve our modeling or further improve our understanding in creating a particular part. So for now, it's done, and you can always ask any query in the comment section below, and yeah, I'll see you in coming lectures.